Why do I sometimes see people hating vegans? The vocal minority gives the rest a bad reputation. Some vegans are known to ridicule non-vegans and push their lifestyle down other people's throats. They're usually the more loud, vocal ones, so they've earned a rather bad reputation for the community. I'm vegan, vegetarian, and don't talk about it at all. But when eating at social events, people have found my choice offensive and made a joke of it or belittled me. I don't understand how what I eat affects them. But apparently it does. It could come from people's insecurities. Maybe they think I am judging them, when frankly I don't give a rat's ass what they do. Maybe some people only feel comfortable when everyone is the same. Although people are never really the same. And me eating something different challenges the status quo and makes them feel uneasy. So they need to lash out or prove something to themselves or others. Who knows really? All I know is I don't judge, belittle, or joke about other people's choices. Cognitive dissonance. There is a range of hate for everything. Insecurity. The most common arguments for veganism are inherently critical of meat eating and using animals to make things for humans. So someone who eats meat or uses leather or drinks milk might feel the need to defend oneself to a vegan, even if the vegan hasn't said anything yet. From my personal experience, the non-vegans in my life immediately took offense to the idea of a food animal being treated with respect because God intended us to be master over the animal kingdom. God only made them to be human food. They refused to allow their children to consider less meat options and made every gathering a chance to make fun of the vegans. Because God. Even as a vegetarian, I don't tell people. But at dinner everyone sees my meal choice and they ask me why I'm vego. Then make me justify it. Vegans get it 10 times worse. Face with rolling eyes, shut up and eat your meat. Internet needs bandwagons to hop onto and hate for minimal reasons. Happened to vegans, CrossFitters, and way more groups of people that were just doing their own thing. It's kind of funny at the beginning, but quickly becomes hurtful and toxic. The movement is actively being discredited by organizations in the meat and farming industry. There's a subculture of people who are vegan and enjoy harassing others about how they aren't as good as them because they aren't also vegan. It gives being vegan a really bad name. We don't hate vegans, we hate the vegans who talk down upon people who eat animal products. I do not hate vegans. But I hate that most of them stand on a pedestal and try to preach to me about it after I've already said I like my meat and I am not interested. And it's not even the ones that talk about hurting animals. That's a whole other annoyance. It's common for vegans to come off as having holier-than-thou attitudes. 2 reasons. In no particular order. 1. Loud vocal minority of vegans give vegans a bad reputation. Point 2. Modern commercially sold meat is a morally indefensible product of immeasurable suffering and thus induces a powerful psychological immune response that sometimes manifests as hate for anyone who notices their participation. The mere existence of vegans shows that people's consumption of animal products is not at all necessary for a healthy life. This implies what they are doing to animals isn't justified and therefore evil. This triggers a negative response in the brain. The rational thing to do would be to align your behavior with your morals and also be vegan. The irrational thing is to hate on vegans. Their logical morality makes us feel bad about ourselves whether we admit it to ourselves or not. And so we act out. Not to be confused with religious morality, where most hate on them is because we find their beliefs illogical and sometimes immoral. Source: personal opinion. Because you will see people hating any group, sometimes. It's one of the few groups where people still feel like it's okay to make fun of them so they can feel superior. These are the people who are upset that you can't make fun of other people's race, religion, weight, looks, financial situation, sexual orientation, etc. Vegans and vegetarians are still safe targets for them. As most often is the case, ignorance, insecurity and distorted perception of identity.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.